The sky stretches endlessly above the cove, painted in soft shades of coral, muted lavender, and fatting peach. The last warmth of the sun gently spilling across the calm water. Each wave rolls in slowly, rising and falling with the rhythm of the tide, whispering softly as it brushes against the sand and retreats quietly back to the open sea. You take a deep breath. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause, allowing the sound of the waves to align with the slow, steady rhythm of your own breathing. Your bare feet sink slightly into the sand, each grain pressing softly against your skin. The sand is cool near the water's edge, gradually warming as you step farther up the shore. Each footprint you leave is temporary, quickly smoothed over by the tide's gentle caress. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. Feel the sand supporting you fully, holding you in its subtle, comforting firmness. A light breeze drifts across the cove, carrying with it the fresh, briny scent of salt water and the faint, earthy aroma of wet sand mixed with sea plants along the dunes. The air is cool, yet gentle, brushing softly across your skin, ruffling your hair, and brushing the edges of your clothing. You take another deep breath. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause, letting the smell and movement of the air flow through you, spreading ease across your chest, shoulders, and arms. Along the shoreline, clusters of shells and smooth stones glimmer faintly in the dimming light. Spirals and ridges catch the fatting sun and early moonlight, and tiny crabs scuttle carefully across the sand, leaving intricate tracks. You pause to kneel beside a tide pool, your fingertips hovering just above its reflective surface. Tiny fish dart lazily beneath, their silvery scales catching both the waning sunlight and the soft, emerging glow of the moon. Inhale, exhale, pause. Allow your awareness to expand, taking in every subtle ripple, every tiny movement, letting your mind slow in response. The tide rolls in gradually, brushing gently against your ankles, then retreating softly, leaving behind a gentle cooling sensation that spreads upward along your legs. Each ripple, each small wave, mirrors the rhythm of your heartbeat. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Let the ebb and flow of the tide carry away any lingering tension, leaving your body light, relaxed, and calm. You rise and continue walking along the shoreline. The water laps softly at your feet with each step, and the sand beneath your toes shifts and molds under your weight. Tiny shells cling to your skin lightly, grains of sand nestling in soft, natural patterns. Inhale, exhale, pause. Notice the texture, the subtle warmth, the gentle pressure of the sand as it supports you fully. The pier stretches out before you, its wooden boards worn smooth over years of tides, sun, and footsteps. You step carefully onto it, feeling the solid wood beneath your feet, creaking faintly under your weight in a way that feels gentle and familiar. Leaning against the railing, you look down at the calm water. Schools of small fish move just beneath the surface, their bodies flashing silver as they glide gracefully in lazy patterns. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Imagine yourself moving as effortlessly and deliberately as they do, floating with the calm rhythm of the tide. rises slowly, its soft silver light spilling across the water, creating a shimmering path that stretches all the way to the horizon. Each ripple along the tide glows faintly in its reflection, sparkling gently in an endless dance. You extend your hand, letting your fingers hover above the water's surface, feeling the cool mist against your skin, soft and fleeting. Inhale, exhale, pause. Let the calm of the moonlight and the motion of the water wash through your body, easing every muscle, softening every thought. Along the dunes, fireflies begin to drift lazily, tiny glowing lanterns bobbing gently through the warm evening air. You follow their movement with your eyes, letting each soft flicker draw your thoughts outward and away from the day's concerns. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Feel your mind floating lightly, as effortless and serene as the tiny lights drifting through the night. Near the tide pools, crabs move slowly, leaving fine, intricate trails behind them. You crouch, observing each step, each careful movement. Inhale, exhale, pause. Imagine yourself moving with the same deliberate care, soft, calm, aligned with the gentle pulse of the cove. The sky deepens further, soft indigo blending into muted violet. Wisps of clouds drift lazily across the horizon, light and ethereal. Stars begin to emerge, faintly at first, then more clearly, mirrored perfectly in the glassy water. You lie back on the sand, feeling it mold around your body, supporting you fully. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Imagine yourself merging with the drifting clouds, weightless, floating in the calm night sky. The tide pools glow faintly under the moonlight. Tiny fish flicker and shimmer beneath the surface, while anemones sway gently with the motion of the water. Little snails leave spiraled trails across smooth stones. Inhale, exhale, pause. Notice every detail, every shimmer, every ripple, letting your awareness soften and expand. A gentle breeze stirs the dunes, carrying with it the scent of salt and wildflowers. You take another deep breath. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Feel the air flow through you, softening your chest, shoulders, and arms, and spreading a sense of calm down through your legs to your toes. The moon climbs higher, spilling silver across the cove. You step down from the pier, returning to the sand. The tide brushes lightly against your ankles and calves. Grains of sand stick to your skin, and the texture feels soothing, grounding, supporting. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Imagine yourself becoming one with the gentle rhythm of the ocean. You walk slowly, deliberately, letting your eyes drift over every detail of the shoreline. Small shells glimmer faintly. Driftwood lies scattered like small treasures, and tiny crabs continue their careful journeys. Inhale, exhale, pause. Let every movement, every ripple, every subtle shimmer of moonlight relax your mind further. The tide pools seem to glow in a soft, bioluminescent light now, tiny creatures moving gracefully beneath the surface. Fish flicker in the silvery shimmer, anemones sway with elegant patience, and little snails trace their slow paths across smooth stones. Pause, inhale, exhale, pause. Feel yourself drifting alongside them. Effortless, weightless, calm. A distant seabird glides slowly across the horizon, riding the faint breeze above the water. You follow it with your eyes, its wings stretched wide, moving effortlessly in the open air. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Imagine yourself gliding just as freely, light, calm, unhurried, fully present in the serenity of the night. The moon reflects in hundreds of tiny points across gentle waves, sparkling like countless tiny diamonds. You lift a hand and watch the silver shimmer dance across your fingers, noticing the softness, the quiet magic of the light. Inhale, exhale, pause. Feel the calm of the reflection, letting it fill your mind, slowing your thoughts, softening every muscle. The waves continue their gentle, hypnotic roll, rise and fall over and over, a lullaby in liquid form. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Allow your body and mind to move in harmony with the ocean. Heartbeat aligned with tide, thoughts sinking slowly into the quiet rhythm. You notice shells of many shapes scattered across the sand, some spiraled, some smooth and flat. You pick a few up, tracing the ridges, feeling the subtle coolness against your skin. Inhale, exhale, pause. Imagine the timeless calm of these shells, the patience of the sea, filling your awareness and softening every part of your being. Clouds drift softly across the night sky, stars multiplying, mirrored perfectly in the still waters of the cove. You lie back, letting the sand fully support your body, every curve and contour cradled. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Imagine yourself floating with the clouds, weightless and free, fully embraced by the calm night. The pier stretches back into view, wooden boards glowing softly in the moonlight. You watch as gentle ripples from the tide flow beneath it, catching light in tiny, sparkling fragments. Small fish weave slowly, deliberately beneath the surface. Inhale, exhale, pause. Let your mind and body drift with their gentle, effortless movement. The moon rises higher, stars multiply across the sky, and the tide continues its steady, comforting rhythm. You stretch slowly on the sand, feeling the warmth and coolness, the softness of the grains beneath you, the gentle sway of the water brushing your toes. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Sink fully into the present moment, fully at peace, completely calm. The sound of the waves, the distant call of seabirds, the whisper of wind through dune grasses, and the soft glow of moonlight and fireflies combine into a gentle lullaby for your senses. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Feel yourself merging fully with this serene, timeless space. Time stretches. Each breath becomes slower, each heartbeat calmer, each movement lighter. You are completely relaxed, fully immersed in the cove, the sand, the water, and the soft night. Inhale, exhale, pause, drift. And here, with the moon high above, the tide lapping steadily, the stars twinkling in endless reflection, and the fireflies drifting lazily along the dunes, you settle fully into the peaceful rhythm of the night. Your body is calm, your mind is soft, and your awareness drifts slowly, weightless, into the gentle embrace of the twilight sea. The moon now hangs high in the sky, its silver light spilling across the calm waters of the cove, illuminating every gentle ripple and cresting wave. The tide is slightly higher than before, brushing carefully against your ankles as you walk slowly along the shoreline. Each footstep presses into the soft sand, leaving impressions that will soon be smoothed over by the tide. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Feel the rhythm of your steps matching the ebb and flow of the waves. The calm and steady heartbeat of the sea mirrored in your own. You pause near a larger tide pool, deeper than the ones closer to the pier. Its surface shimmers like glass, reflecting the moon and the emerging stars above. Tiny fish glide lazily beneath the water, their scales flashing silver in the soft moonlight. Anemones sway delicately with each ripple, their tendrils brushing the sand in slow, elegant movements. Inhale, exhale, pause. Watch carefully, letting every subtle movement and shift in the water slow your thoughts and deepen your awareness of the present. Nearby, a small crab emerges from a burrow at the edge of the pool. It moves deliberately, testing the sand with each leg before advancing. You watch it intently, noticing the careful, patient pace of each step. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Imagine yourself moving with the same gentle deliberation, soft, intentional, fully attuned to your surroundings. Along the dunes, fireflies drift slowly through the night air, their tiny lanterns blinking intermittently. Their movements are unhurried, floating effortlessly in the breeze. You follow them with your eyes, tracing the arcs of their soft glows, feeling a sense of lightness settle into your chest and limbs. Pause, inhale. Exhale, pause. Allow your awareness to drift along with them, free from tension, weightless and calm. The moonlight shimmers on the sand and the gentle waves, creating silver trails that stretch along the shoreline. You notice tiny grains of sand catching the light, each one sparkling faintly as the tide brushes past. Picking one up between your fingers, you feel its smooth surface, tiny edges softened by the constant motion of the ocean. Inhale, exhale, pause. Imagine the patient energy of the sea flowing into you, steady, calm, and unwavering. A gentle breeze rustles the dune grasses, carrying the scent of salt water and the faint aroma of blooming flowers hidden among the sand. You take a slow, deep breath, letting the fragrance fill your lungs and expand through your chest. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Let the air sweep through your body, softening muscles, easing tension, calming your thoughts. The tide pools along this part of the shore are especially vibrant tonight. You kneel beside one, letting your fingertips hover just above its surface. Tiny snails crawl along the smooth stones, leaving delicate, spiraled trails in their wake. Small fish flicker beneath the water, darting gracefully between the swaying anemones. Inhale, exhale, pause. Notice every small movement, every shimmer of reflection, every subtle play of light across the water, allowing your mind to to soften further with each observation. A distant seabird glides silently across the horizon, its wings stretched wide, riding the gentle evening air. You follow its slow, effortless flight with your gaze, imagining yourself moving just as freely, weightless, drifting in perfect harmony with the breeze. Pause, inhale, exhale, pause. Let yourself merge with the calm, steady rhythm of the sky and water, each breath sinking with the gentle undulation of the ocean. The pier is now a silhouette in the silver glow of the moon, stretching into the cove like a quiet path, inviting exploration. You step onto it slowly, feeling the cool, smooth boards beneath your feet. The wood creaks softly, a natural sound blending with the gentle lap of the tide. Leaning lightly against the railing, you gaze at the shimmering water below. Tiny schools of fish move in lazy, undulating patterns, perfectly synchronized with the soft movement of the waves. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Feel yourself gliding alongside them, light, calm, weightless, immersed in the peaceful rhythm of the cove. Looking down at the tide pools below the pier, you notice subtle bioluminescent glows from tiny sea creatures. Their gentle flickers create dancing points of light across the shallow water, illuminating the tiny, intricate world beneath the surface. Inhale, exhale, pause. Let your attention float across the shimmering scene, fully present, fully calm, letting each soft glow lull your mind toward serenity. You step down from the pier and continue along the shoreline, walking slowly, deliberately. Each step is mindful, your attention fully on the feel of the sand, the cool touch of the water against your skin, the gentle movement of shells beneath your feet. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Let every sensation anchor you, letting your body relax with each careful, deliberate movement. The waves lap softly against the sand, their motion hypnotic. You pause to watch one curl forward, cresting with a gentle sparkle in the moonlight, before it softly breaks and retreats. Inhale, exhale, pause. Imagine yourself moving with the tide, rising and falling gently, effortlessly, fully at ease. Along the dunes, fireflies continue their lazy drift, and the faint rustle of grass fills the air, blending with the soft sound of the tide. You lie down briefly on the sand, letting it mold perfectly to your body. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Feel the support of the earth beneath you, the gentle embrace of the cool sand, and the soft caress of the evening breeze across your skin. You observe the reflections of the stars in the water, thousands of tiny points of light shimmering along the waves. Each reflection flickers as the water moves, like the smallest fire dancing endlessly across the surface. Inhale, exhale, pause. Let your attention drift from one flicker to the next, softening thought and slowing your mind further with each passing moment. The tide pools reveal even more details in this quiet light. Tiny crabs move carefully along the sand and stones. Little snails continue their deliberate trails, and anemones sway with infinite patience. You kneel beside a pool, tracing the ripples with your fingertips, feeling the cool, gentle movement of the water. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Let yourself drift alongside these tiny creatures, sharing in their calm, deliberate rhythm. Clouds float lazily across the night sky, soft and wispy, occasionally drifting in front of the moon and then moving on. Stars peek out in clusters, mirrored faintly in the water below. Inhale, exhale, pause. Feel the expansive calm of the sky above, the endless depth reflected in the calm, quiet sea. Walking back toward the dunes, you notice the subtle movement of the sand beneath your feet, the gentle cooling of the tide brushing against your toes, the soft whispers of the breeze moving through grass and flowers. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Allow yourself to merge with this movement, floating gently, fully immersed in the serene, moonlit world around you. Fireflies drift lazily along the dunes, their soft, glowing lights rising and falling like tiny, floating lanterns. You follow their motion with your eyes, letting them guide your attention outward and upward. Inhale, exhale, pause. Imagine your thoughts floating as effortlessly as the glowing orbs, softening, lightening, and drifting gently with the tide. The waves continue their hypnotic roll, the soft creak of the pier, the gentle rustle of dune grasses, and the faint call of distant seabirds blending into a seamless lullaby. You walk slowly, mindfully, each step deliberate, fully aware of every sensation. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Let the calm of the night sink fully into your body and mind, feeling completely supported, completely at peace. You pause beside a large, shallow tide pool, letting your fingers hover just above the water. Tiny fish flicker beneath the surface, and anemones sway slowly, brushing the sand with deliberate grace. Little snails continue their spiraled paths across smooth stones. Inhale, exhale, pause. Imagine yourself drifting gently with these creatures, weightless, serene, fully attuned to the rhythm of the cove. The moon rises higher, casting silver light across the water and illuminating the gentle curves of the shoreline. Reflections shimmer along the waves, tiny points of light sparkling endlessly. You lie back on the sand, letting it mold perfectly to your body, feeling the subtle textures beneath you, the gentle breeze moving across your skin. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Let your awareness stretch outward, merging with the soft, quiet energy of the night. Stars twinkle faintly overhead, mirrored by the soft glimmer across the tide pools and gentle waves. You stretch slowly, feeling the muscles in your arms and legs release tension. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Sink fully into the support of the sand, the warmth of the tide, the calm rhythm of the waves. Time stretches, elongated by the gentle, unhurried movements of the tide, and your deliberate, mindful attention. Each breath becomes slower, each heartbeat more deliberate, each thought softer and more diffuse. Inhale, exhale, pause, drift. The moonlight glows across the water. Stars reflect endlessly. Fireflies drift lazily along the dunes, and the tide rolls in gentle, hypnotic patterns. You are fully present, fully calm, fully immersed in the peaceful, timeless rhythm of the sea. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Feel the serenity fill every fiber of your being. And here, in the soft, silver glow of the moon, with waves lapping gently, tide pools shimmering with quiet life, and the night sky stretching infinitely above, you settle fully into the calm embrace of the sea, walking slowly, breathing deeply, and letting the gentle rhythm of the cove guide you toward deeper peace. The moon hangs high above the cove, casting its gentle silver light across the calm, undulating waves. The stars twinkle softly, mirrored perfectly in the water, creating a quiet, infinite reflection of the night sky. Each wave rolls toward the shore in steady, unhurried motion, curling softly before retreating, leaving a faint, foamy kiss along the sand. You breathe slowly. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause, letting the rhythm of the tide match the rhythm of your body, slowing every heartbeat, softening every thought. You lie back on the sand, letting it cradle your body fully. Each grain molds gently against your skin, forming a soft, natural support beneath you. The air is cool and fragrant with salt, and the faint hint of wildflowers from the dunes. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Feel the gentle breeze sweep across your body, calming muscles, softening shoulders, relaxing your jaw, and allowing every limb to sink deeper into comfort. The tide pools glow faintly in the moonlight, their tiny ecosystems alive with subtle motion. Fish glide lazily beneath the surface, their silver scales flickering in the soft glow. Anemones sway in slow, fluid motion, brushing sand and tiny pebbles with delicate tendrils. Little snails trace their spiraled paths with unhurried patience. Inhale, exhale, pause. Imagine yourself floating gently alongside them, weightless and serene, fully immersed in the slow, deliberate rhythm of life at the shore. A distant seabird drifts across the horizon, its wings extended effortlessly in the quiet night air. You follow its motion with your eyes, feeling a lightness rise in your chest. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Imagine yourself moving just as freely, soft, and weightless, letting your mind glide alongside the bird as it rides the gentle breeze above the water. The waves continue their gentle, hypnotic roll, creating a natural lullaby. Each rise and fall mirrors your own slow, deliberate breathing. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Feel your body softening with each wave, each breath, letting tension flow out and drift away with the outgoing tide. The moonlight illuminates every ripple and tiny crest of the water, reflecting across the wet sand and tide pools in a soft silver glow. You reach out, letting your fingers hover just above the tide's edge, feeling the cool water brush against your skin lightly. Inhale, exhale, pause. Imagine the soothing energy of the moonlight and water filling your body with calm, every cell softening, every muscle relaxing completely. The pier stretches out into the cove, its smooth, worn boards glowing faintly in the moonlight. Leaning lightly against the railing, you gaze downward at the shimmering water below. Tiny schools of fish glide slowly, their movements hypnotic and deliberate. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Allow your awareness to drift down with them, gliding effortlessly through the water, letting calm fill every part of your mind and body. Along the dunes, fireflies float lazily in the gentle evening air, their soft, glowing lights rising and falling like small lanterns in a slow, peaceful dance. You follow their flickers with your eyes, letting each tiny point of light guide your attention outward and upward. Pause, inhale, exhale, pause. Let your thoughts float with them, unhurried, light, and free, drifting effortlessly in the calm night. You turn your gaze to the horizon, where the sky meets the water in a seamless line of soft silver and deep indigo. The waves lap gently against the sand, a rhythm so consistent it feels like an eternal heartbeat. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Imagine yourself dissolving into this endless, soothing pulse, weightless and secure. The tide pools shimmer faintly, tiny points of bioluminescence flickering beneath the water. Anemones sway, fish glide, snails crawl, and the patterns of life unfold slowly before your eyes. You kneel beside one, tracing its movements with your fingertips just above the surface. Inhale. Exhale, pause. Let your awareness expand gently, softening and drifting with the flow of life in miniature. Clouds float lazily across the night sky, thin and ethereal, occasionally drifting over the moon and then moving on. Stars twinkle with quiet patience, mirrored perfectly in the water. You lie back once more on the sand, feeling it mold fully around your body, supporting you completely. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Imagine yourself floating with the clouds, weightless, free, serene, entirely in the embrace of the night. The gentle rustle of dune grasses, the soft lap of the tide, and the faint creaks of the pier blend into a natural lullaby. You walk slowly along the shore, barefoot, deliberate, mindful of each sensation. Inhale. Exhale, pause. Let the calm of the night sink deeper with each step, each breath, each heartbeat. You pause to watch the reflections of the stars in the shallow tide pools. Each flickering light dances across the water's surface, shifting gently with the movement of the waves. Inhale. Exhale, pause. Allow your mind to follow the gentle shimmer, letting thought slow and awareness expand, merging with the serene energy of the cove. The moon's silver glow spills across the sand, casting everything in a gentle, calming light. You lie back once more, fully surrendering to the support of the earth beneath you. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Feel the tide brushing softly against your legs, the cool air flowing across your skin, the subtle textures of sand and shells grounding you fully in the present moment. Tiny crabs scuttle along the sand, moving with quiet patience. Little snails leave spiraled trails along smooth stones. Fish glide beneath the reflective water. Anemones sway. Fireflies drift. Inhale, exhale, pause. Imagine yourself moving alongside each of these gentle, deliberate beings, sharing in their calm, patient rhythm, weightless and serene. The pier stretches silently into the cove, bathed in silver light, waves lapping gently beneath it. You walk slowly along it once more, feeling the smooth wood beneath your feet, the subtle sway beneath your weight, the soft creaks blending perfectly with the ocean's lullaby. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Let yourself float with the rhythm, moving effortlessly, entirely calm. The moon climbs higher, the stars shimmer endlessly, and the tide continues its soothing pulse. You lie down on the sand, fully supported, fully embraced by the earth, the sea, and the night. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Feel every muscle soften, every thought drift away, every sensation slow to match the rhythm of the tide. Time stretches and dissolves, elongated by the gentle sway of the water and the deliberate slowness of your breath. Each inhale, each exhale, each wave, every flicker of moonlight, a lullaby, a gentle guide toward rest. Inhale, exhale, pause, drift. The tide laps softly. The fireflies float gently above the dunes. The stars shimmer endlessly, and the moonlight bathes the sand, water, and pier in calm silver. You are completely present, completely serene, fully immersed in the peaceful, timeless embrace of the sea. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause, weightless, calm, safe. And now, as the waves roll quietly in and the night stretches infinitely around you, your body softens completely. Your mind drifts like a feather across the tide pools, the sand, the gentle moonlit water. Inhale, exhale, pause, drift. You sink fully into the serene rhythm of the cove. Each breath, each heartbeat, each gentle motion of the tide carries you closer to the edges of consciousness, weightless, calm, and deeply at peace. The moonlight, the tide, the stars, the fireflies, all embrace you in quiet, perfect harmony. And slowly, naturally, effortlessly, you drift into a deep, restful sleep, carried gently on the endless, hypnotic rhythm of twilight at the sea.